We begin our analysis by examining the consumer class in Indonesia. One of the primary assertions of the McKinsey study is that Indonesia's poor are entering the consumer class at an unprecedented rate. And of course, with more consumers, that means more consumption. Now, when we examine consumption of goods and services, along with production, that gives us a fairly accurate picture of supply and demand in the country. This brings us to one of McKinsey's key issues. In order to keep up with rapidly growing consumption, production will also have to significantly increase. And this depends upon the productivity of Indonesia's workforce. Indonesia's young population is not lacking in workers, but if the current labor force is to produce at the rate at which goods and services are being consumed, then, as the report states, significant workforce development efforts will be needed. So, if members of the workforce are able to join workforce development programs, then they will have the opportunity to improve their skills and subsequently increase their productivity. And of course, the more productive you are, the more money you make. And this closes two full feedback loops, where a virtuous cycle helps to propel both production and consumption. However, this virtuous cycle depends heavily on successful workforce development, which McKinsey states is not currently sufficient. This is where Indonesian universities can begin new programs and support research that improve both the accessibility and quality of workforce development programs. Natural resources also come into play as a limiting factor for production. The report asserts that if natural resources are harvested at the current pace, then the production that depends on them will not be sustainable as resources are depleted. This is precisely why focus needs to be placed on the rate at which natural resources can be replenished, as well as conservation efforts. Indonesian universities can again be utilized to lead this effort and reduce the effects of the negative feedback loop just described. With programs and research focused on effectiveness and efficiency of natural resource use, results can be utilized for overall economic development.